I am not a tech reviewer. I don't know anything about filmmaking. I don't know anything about setting up D-Log color profiles. But what I do know is I wanted to add some unusual and different shots to my outdoor adventure videos, camping, hiking, general mischief in the great outdoors. And getting a 360 camera has blown my mind.
Oh, that's cold. It's colder than I thought.
So before we get to all of the weird effects and different types of shot with this, I've got this opening clip, which serves three purposes. Firstly, it's an audio test. I'm using the built-in microphones. Then, it is a test of the stabilisation, which I think is excellent. I'm willing to say here, without seeing the footage, even though I've got the camera on the end of a stick, I'm not focusing at all on where it's pointing, and I'm going up and down this very rickety track, I bet you the image and the footage is really, really stable. Secondly, thirdly, it's also serving to show you that in that one simple walkthrough where you've been looking at me, I've probably randomly cut in different clips of the rickety path and what is ahead of me. All of that filmed on that one single take, which of course has yielded a selfie style video talking to the camera. Then I can flip that footage around, show you what's ahead, and of course show you up, show you down, zoom in, zoom out. And again, that's why I've ended up accidentally filming some interesting shots without even realising it, because, well, it was just filming everything all the time. Let's take a look. So really quickly, before we get to the proper footage at length for this video of the camera actually in use, what am I using? This is a DJI Osmo 360 camera. I've got an Insta360 standard selfie stick, an Insta360 giant selfie stick, and that is really extraordinary what you can do with that. I've also got a DJI Vortex handle and tripod all in one. So you might say, what on earth is a Vortex handle and what on earth is most of this stuff? So I just really quickly want to show you the Vortex handle in action. So you basically attach the selfie stick to the handle, you unlock the swinging mechanism and then attach the camera to the other end of the selfie stick, which allows you to then swing the camera around your head like this. And using the Vortex mode of the camera, you can see it creates these rather interesting slow motion shots. These are just two little vertical clips I used for short form videos. And yeah, just wanted to show you that very quickly now, because the vast majority of this video is all about showing you the general use of the 360-degree panoramic filming, because it really has amazed me. A good example of just how easy it's been to use this, especially with the giant selfie stick to get these drone style shots, is this clip here. So this is really how I've got some of those little shots of Sam walking good old Gizmo the dog. I'm literally just running around with the camera stuck on the end of a giant pole. And if you look at the size of this pole, you can imagine, I mean, look at this, it really is like a comedy prop, it just keeps on going and going. But you can imagine when I was running around Sam and Gizmo, how much motion there must have been on that camera as I'm literally jogging around with it on the end of a pole like that, and yet how smooth was that footage? It's absolutely amazing. So speaking of smooth footage, as I said in that opening shot as I was walking and talking at you, this is how I was holding the camera. Just on the end of the stick like that. Like I say, I wasn't pointing the camera anywhere specific, I wasn't trying to be gentle with it, and yet you saw just how smooth that opening footage was. Speaking of opening footage, this was literally the first time ever that I took it out with the giant selfie stick, and I could not believe that without even knowing what on earth I was meant to be doing, I could capture a shot like this with various visual effects added in. And I mean, what a lovely little moment that is, going from the ridiculous tiny planet view all the way into a smooth drone style shot from me spinning round out to the water and then back to me. And again, this was the first time I was ever using this, so of course since then I now know how to better hold it, and you could see me there actually eyeing up this little gap in the branches, thinking, oh, I wonder if I could test out a drone style through the tree branches shot. And as I say, with literally no prior experience, when I got this back and had a look at the editing, I was absolutely amazed at the results for my first ever try. And just like here, I'm walking on what are really slippy stones underneath that water. So I've got this ridiculous giant selfie stick. I'm getting shots like this with it. I'm getting shots of me trying to deal with it as I'm wandering around down in the water level. And like I say, it just instantly made me realise that there was some huge potential for this camera and for adding some interesting shots into my vlogs and videos going forwards. Just to be clear, if any regular viewers are watching right now, I'm not saying I'm going to start adding rapid motion and fast drone shots or anything like that to my regular videos of outdoors fun and games. I'm thinking more shots like this that are almost stationary to a certain extent, that'll just be able to show you far more of the environment I'm in, as if from a bit of a drone perspective, maybe even stationary as I cut across the environment. Or more likely, I want to throw in a few over the shoulder follow on shots where I'm wandering through the woods, wandering over the hilltops, so like I often do, and then you've just got that steady drone style follow along at a walking pace to hopefully give you more context of where I am amongst the general landscape. I will talk about the major drawback to this camera as well as give you a quick look at the editing in just a moment, but I want to draw your attention to the ridiculous versatility of this camera. Take a look at this now. We're literally filming inside a tiny car. Only a moment ago I was showing you footage of this as a really high up drone shot. In fact, when I was walking the dog from the drone perspective, I actually think the camera was set too high. I didn't realise how far away I was going to look. And yet here, we're now using that same camera to film me as the passenger, my other half as the driver, what's going on through the windscreen, and then here we are again. Drone style shots. You can see this is from a vertical video. I think this will be going live the same evening that I post this main video you're watching now. But you can see with that giant selfie stick, we're able to create all sorts of these different effects for widescreen or for vertical video. Anyway, let's just take a quick look at the editing. So you can edit the footage on a computer, on a phone, on a tablet and so on. And it's surprisingly simple, I think. So just to give you a look at the basic features that come with obviously dealing with 360-degree panoramic video, I can zoom right in, I can zoom right out to give that outrageous novelty footage of the tiny planet. But you can see here I can literally just drag the mouse around and change the perspective to anywhere within that spherical video. Again, I'm just zooming in and out by scrolling as if I was scrolling up and down a web page, for example. If you wanted to make a simple edited video where the camera angle changes, the zoom level changes, a lot like this little sample footage I've been showing you just to illustrate how editing 360 footage works, you'd simply do what I've been doing, but add in a keyframe to the video so it knows that as the video plays, you want it to move the camera angle to this point at this point in the video. Of course, there are loads of effects you can do with this software and other software and all sorts of features, but I just want to show you this intelligent tracking where I've literally selected myself in the video, and even as I'm wildly sweeping the camera around, you can see it's just automatically kept me locked on in the centre there. Very handy. This shot will help illustrate two of the great positives of this camera, but also the major drawback. Firstly, look how good the stabilisation is, considering I'm jogging down a steep, really bumpy dirt track with all sorts of obstacles to duck and dive. Look how stable it is. Then I'm going to flip the camera around and show you almost the first person view of jogging down there, all shot in one single take, of course. But also you can see, because it's quite zoomed in, it really helps to highlight that the image quality just isn't great compared to some of the cameras out there. But of course, that's because it's filming this incredible 8K spherical video footage. However, because we don't use 8K spherical video footage in general content creation, you're obviously zooming into either a widescreen or a vertical video, which of course, the further you zoom in, just like with this footage here, as I said earlier, I felt that I actually had the camera way too high up and too far away because I just didn't grasp how far away and small I would seem with the 360 video. But I can't zoom in because then the image quality will really drop and take a nosedive. And that's just one of the things that you sort of have to accept with these cameras, certainly for the time being, that an 8K video file sounds amazing, but when you think that you have to zoom in on just a small section of that, how many possible pixels can be in each single 16:9 frame, for example. But anyway, I'm really pleased with it, all in all. I cannot wait to get out and film some proper random clips on my general adventures and hopefully relatively seamlessly feed them into my general vlogs, as well as doing all sorts of random, maybe more novelty stuff for my short form videos. But I'll say, thank you very much for watching this. Thank you very much to my supporters, whether channel members, Facebook subscribers, PayPal and Coffee supporters, and so on. As I've said so many times before, without you, I wouldn't have done half of the stuff that I've done over the last year or so. And I certainly wouldn't be having a camera like this, for example. So thank you very much, everybody. I hope this has been interesting or useful or just in some way a good way to spend some of your time. Until the next time, keep it interesting, keep it 360 worthy, have an absolutely fantastic day, and of course, my friends, farewell.